Hello there, groundlings. It's good to be back. I'm Andrew Rumsey, and these are little films about landscape, place, faith, and belonging, really, and heritage. Those kinds of themes are what we explore on Going to Ground. And yesterday, it happened to be my late father's birthday, and Dad would have been 101 yesterday had he lived. He died 25 years ago, and it's staggering, obviously, to think of someone you love and know so well being that age. Even if they were alive, it would be staggering to take in. And although memory recedes, of course, in one sense, those we love and have lost remain so present with us. It's as if they could be just at our shoulder, and certain things bring that back. And usually on Dad's birthday, I have a route around amongst photographs and letters and things that remind me of him. And he wasn't a materialistic person by any means, quite ascetic, really, and I'm far more materialistic, as you can see from all the clutter of guitars and books and clobber around me. It's one of the lovely things about Dad was his simplicity and one of lifestyle, as we would call it now. And he was a priest, a parish priest, as some of you know. Anyway, as I was reading through a file of his papers that he left behind, I came across this letter that he'd written on commencing his first post of sole responsibility as a parish priest after he trained as a curate in southeast London, in the borough in South London, really. And he'd been offered a parish in Letchworth in Hertfordshire, which was so different. It had a proper house rather than a room in a tenement block, and it was my brothers had just been born. I wasn't around at that point, but the letter is from September 1963, and it's a letter written to everybody in his parish, and it's a dear parishioner letter to tell them about what the church is doing and that it's there for them. And I just wanted to read it out to you because it made a great impression on me reading it. I think it's a model exemplar, really, a good model example of how perhaps a model of ministry, local ministry in the Church of England, which is less possible now, but it's still, I think, a great model for how to present the church to those who may not attend it. Anyway, I'm just going to read it to you. It's not a very long letter. From Rev P.C. Rumsey, Church of St Thomas of Canterbury, Bedford Road, Letchworth, September 1963. Dear parishioner, I wanted to introduce myself as the new priest in charge of St Thomas of Canterbury in the Bedford Road, which no doubt you know is a daughter church in the parish of Norton and serves the area in which you live. I have recently arrived from an industrial parish in South London. That's the dockyards. No more industrial now. It's quite a desirable residential area along the South Bank, of course, now. But I've arrived from an industrial parish in South London and taken up residence with my wife and family, 2 boys at that stage, aged 2.5 and 3 months, in the house next door to the church, 103 Bedford Road. I look forward to visiting you personally in due course, but in the meantime, should there be any way in which the church or I can be of service to you, please let me know. The building is open daily for private prayer, and the times of services, etc. are on the notice board. You may have children that you wish to be instructed in the Christian faith. You may wish to be instructed yourself. You may feel the need to belong, with your family or by yourself, to the family of God in this area. Or there may be some other spiritual or social need we can supply. If so, or if you simply want to say, how do you do, we shall be very pleased to see you. Yours sincerely, Philip C. Rumsey. it's a very simple invitational letter. But there are a couple of things about it which I think are quite beautiful and exemplary. It's very dad, actually, in that it is gently, confidently Christian. So it's quite disarmingly open about the church being there for the Christian faith and instruction in it, learning about it, and for discovering it. That is plain to see, but it's presented completely free of religious jargon or of any kind of hang-ups, or so much of the way we write now is cluttered with cliches and cod spiritual speak, which I think puts a lot of people off. It's just it's both disarmingly Christian and open about that, and yet also very worldly and natural and open to whoever people are that are reading it. And I really like the fact that when he's describing some of the reasons why they might want to come to church, it's all very you may wish to be instructed, you may wish to belong, you may feel the need to belong. That's my favourite sentence in the whole thing. But it's the writing you may means, of course, that you may not likewise, and that's all right too. So it's very permissive, it's very invitational, it's very gracious, actually, and just straightforward. This is who we are, this is why we're here, this is why I'm here, and I'm here for you. If you'd like to meet me, we'd love to. So there we are. It's just a little scrap of Anglican history, but I think it still holds something true and good, which many parishes, of course, are still practicing. And amidst all the many other things that local churches have to do, what could be more important than to have that gentle pastoral invitation to those, whoever they are, who lives in each community. That's all for this evening. Look forward to being with you again soon. God bless you as you go to ground.